Top 10 Rare Known Secrets About Space. Space can be defined as the three-dimensional expanse in which all matter exists. It is the vast, seemingly empty area that surrounds the Earth and other celestial bodies, including stars, planets, asteroids, and comets. Space is not entirely empty, however. It is filled with various forms of energy, including electromagnetic radiation, cosmic rays, and particles from the solar wind. In addition, space contains a diffuse background of radiation left over from the Big Bang, known as the cosmic microwave background. But before we begin, please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel for such amazing and informative videos. 10. Space is completely silent. In the vacuum of space, there is no air or other medium for sound to travel through, which means that space is completely silent. Unlike on Earth, where sound waves can propagate through the atmosphere and reach our ears, there is no such mechanism in space to transmit sound. However, this does not mean that space is devoid of activity or energy. There are many sources of electromagnetic radiation, including visible light, radio waves, and X-rays, that can be detected by instruments such as telescopes and other detectors. These signals can reveal a great deal about the properties of celestial objects and the processes that take place in the universe. Despite the absence of sound, the study of space remains a rich and fascinating field of exploration, as scientists seek to understand the mysteries of the universe and the fundamental laws that govern it. 9. Nobody knows how many stars are in space. Estimating the total number of stars in the universe is a difficult task, as there are many factors that make accurate measurement challenging. One of the biggest obstacles is that the observable universe is vast and expanding, meaning that our view of it is constantly changing. Estimates based on observable data suggest that there may be between 100 billion and 400 billion stars in our own Milky Way galaxy alone. And recent studies suggest that there may be over 1 trillion galaxies in the observable universe. If each of these galaxies contains billions or even trillions of stars, the total number of stars in the universe could be in the tens or even hundreds of trillions. Despite these estimates, it is impossible to know for sure exactly how many stars exist in the universe, as there are many variables that can affect our measurements and understanding. 8. There may be life on Mars. The possibility of life on Mars has been the subject of much scientific inquiry and speculation for many years. While there is no direct evidence, yet that life exists or has ever existed on Mars, there are several reasons to believe that it is a possibility. One of the most compelling reasons to believe in the possibility of life on Mars is the presence of water. Scientists have found evidence that liquid water once existed on the Martian surface, and there may still be water in the form of ice on the planet today. Water is a key ingredient for life as we know it, and its presence on Mars suggests that the planet may have been able to support life at some point in the past, or even currently in some subsurface locations. In addition, recent discoveries of organic molecules on Mars have further fueled speculation about the possibility of life on the planet. Organic molecules are the building blocks of life, and their presence on Mars suggests that the planet may have the necessary ingredients for life to emerge. 7. Neutron stars can spin 600 times per second. Neutron stars are incredibly dense objects that are formed when a massive star collapses in on itself during a supernova explosion. These objects are so dense that a teaspoon of neutron star material would weigh billions of tons on Earth. One of the most remarkable characteristics of neutron stars is their incredible rotation rates. Because neutron stars are formed from the collapse of a rotating star, they can retain some of that angular momentum and spin very rapidly. 6. The footprints on the Moon will be there for 100 million years. The footprints left by the Apollo astronauts on the Moon are expected to remain intact for a very long time, although the exact timescale is difficult to determine. One of the main reasons for this is that the Moon has no atmosphere or weather to speak of. On Earth, wind, rain, and other weathering processes can quickly erode and obscure footprints and other surface features. But on the Moon, the lack of atmosphere and weather means that surface features can persist for a very long time. However, the Moon is not entirely immune to change. While the footprints themselves may remain visible for millions of years, they could eventually be erased by the slow accumulation of lunar dust or by the impacts of micrometeorites. 5. The Sun's mass takes up 99.86% of the solar system. While the Sun's mass is by far the largest in the solar system, it actually makes up a much smaller percentage of the total mass of the solar system than the figure you mention. However, the solar system as a whole is much larger than just the Sun, and contains a number of other large bodies such as the planets, moons, and asteroids. The total mass of the solar system is difficult to determine precisely, but it is estimated to be around 1.0014 times 10 to the 30 kilograms. This means that the Sun's mass makes up about 99.86% of the mass of the solar system, which is indeed a very large proportion. 4. Mercury and Venus are the only planets with no moons. Mercury and Venus are the only two planets in our solar system that do not have any moons. Mercury is the smallest planet in the solar system and is located closest to the Sun. Due to its small size and proximity to the Sun, it does not have enough gravity to hold onto a moon. Venus is the second planet from the Sun and is similar in size and composition to Earth. It also lacks moons, likely due to the fact that it is located closer to the Sun than Earth and has a relatively weak gravitational pull. 3. Saturn has 82 known moons and counting. Saturn has at least 82 known moons, which is the most of any planet in our solar system. The discovery of Saturn's moons began with the discovery of Titan, the largest moon of Saturn, by Christian Huygens in 1655. The first detailed observations of Saturn's moons were made by the Voyager 1 and 2 spacecrafts in the 1980s, which revealed dozens of new moons orbiting the planet. Since then, additional moons have been discovered using ground-based telescopes and other spacecrafts, including the Cassini spacecraft which orbited Saturn between 2004 and 2017. As of 2023, the latest count of Saturn's moons is at least 82, but more moons may be discovered in the future as technology and observations improve. 2. Most galaxies have a central black hole. It is believed that most galaxies have a central supermassive black hole. A supermassive black hole is a black hole with a mass of millions or billions of times that of the Sun. It is thought that these black holes are formed when smaller black holes merge over time, or through the collapse of massive clouds of gas and dust. Observations of the behavior of stars and gas around the centers of galaxies provide strong evidence for the existence of supermassive black holes. The gravitational influence of these black holes can cause stars and gas to orbit around them at high speeds and can even cause the emission of powerful jets of material. 1. Astronauts grow taller in space. During their time in space, astronauts may experience a growth spurt of up to 5 centimeters, about 2 inches. The absence of gravity, which causes the disks in their spines to enlarge and make them taller, is the reason for this phenomenon. This was demonstrated when astronaut Scott Kelly stayed in space for a total of 340 days. And by the time he got back to Earth, he had grown to be taller than his identical twin sibling. Did you learn something new about space that you didn't know before? We hope you did. So, if you're interested in learning more amazing facts, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell icon to get notified by our new videos. Please like and share the video. Don't forget to comment down your views on this. Thanks for watching till the end.